Our role in the opioid crisis is to be a partner in a response to what is a public health epidemic. A lot of what goes on in the world of opioid abuse is unlawful, but the biggest contributions that we're not going to make in our role are going to come from merely enforcing the law. There's an underlying medical problem here, there's an underlying societal problem, and we have partners who can help us make sure we don't have to go it alone when it comes to saving lives and bringing people to treatment. So our role really is not only to just enforce the law, but to act as a provider for access to treatment and services and everything else it's going to take to have somebody survive and then recover from opioid addiction.
If it is merely having someone recover from an overdose, but not providing the help they need, the prognosis for that is pretty poor. The likelihood is that the overdose is going to continue because the person is suffering from addiction. So the harm reduction is really about getting people the help that they need. And really a better response to this epidemic is a coordinated and strategic and integrated response that involves all the necessary partners. Clearly, treatment providers are a crucial portion of it. Public health overall is a convener and one that can develop an integrated strategy is important to have at the table. Community partners, survivors, family members, all have a role in responding to the opioid epidemic.
We have to meet everybody at least halfway. So what that means is we don't just go and tell folks what we see from the police side of things or how police would solve this problem or how they could change their way of doing business to help the police get a good response. But I think we need to learn how public health and medical people think, how they analyze their problems, how they come up with solutions, and how they work, how their institutions work, so that we can really come together and do this, so that we can tailor our institutional responses to the types of public health responses that matter. And they can figure out how to use the wisdom and the experience and the resources that come with policing to help their work too. So it's really about having the skills and the wisdom to meet halfway. To do that, I've hired an opioid policy analyst. She works in my office. She's an expert at this type of work, and I've hired an epidemiologist who works in the police department. And together, I think what they do is give us the sort of like the intellectual firepower to be on an equal footing with our peers and really collaborate.